Muy buenas a todos, chicos y chicas, ¿qué tal estáis? Bienvenidos a un capítulo más del Let's Play de Greedfall. Lo hemos dejado justamente por aquí. Y bueno, como os dije, me gustó bastante, me gustó mucho el cómo iba desarrollándose todo esto, ¿vale? Y como seguimos aún estando en, digamos, la zona tutorial del juego, parece mentira, pero sí, tenemos ciertas misiones secundarias. Tenemos que alterar el registro del barco en la capitanía del puerto para poder meter una mercancía de la Guardia de la Moneda sin que haya papeleo de por medio. Y aparte investigar la desaparición de un novato. Aparte de que tenemos obviamente una misión principal, que es averiguar dónde está nuestro primo Constantin y avisar a los dos embajadores de que nos vamos. Luego tenemos por aquí, anda, mira, minerales. Bueno, vale. Ok. Vale, así que lo primero que vamos a hacer, ¿vale? Son las misiones secundarias. Es en el único sitio, es en los dos es en estos dos primeros vídeos donde vamos a hacer básicamente misiones secundarias. Porque en cuanto empecemos el juego de verdad, lo que vamos a hacer es tragarnos toda la misión principal en vídeos, pero yo haré fuera de cámaras todas las secundarias. Zonas controladas por otras facciones. Esta zona la controla una facción distinta a la tuya. Hay algunos lugares a los que tienes prohibido entrar. Un atuendo torso de la facción con ese escudo te permitirá engañar a los guardias. También puedes intentar hacerlo, entrar haciendo uso del sigilo, pero si te descubre algún guardia, se producirá una respuesta violenta y tu reputación con dicha facción se verá afectada. O sea que tengo que encontrar una armadura. Creo que vi un cofre aquí debajo. Exacto, aquí enfrente, que puede contener dicha armadura a lo mejor. Ah, pues no. Pues hay que encontrar una armadura. ¡Ey! Otro cofre aquí. Poca cosa. Pues nada. Pues a ver. Uy, ¿puedo entrar aquí? Vale. Mierda. Vale. ¿Alguien se está matando arriba? ¿O dónde? Ah, digo, yo no puedes con ello, tío. Monedas de oro y munición. Ey, cofre. Ah, forzar cerraduras. ¿Puedo cambiar de personaje?
Greenblood, do you need something?
Que me abras. No.
I must leave you.
Que me abras esto. Tienes forzar cerraduras nivel 1. Pero bueno, no tenemos la habilidad. No hay... Es que tengo que buscar una especie de jubón de esos, ¿no? Para yo poder... Nada, forzar cerraduras. Necesito el forzar cerraduras. Nada, tío, que no. Seguramente está aquí dentro. Seguramente está aquí dentro algún tipo de jubón o lo que sea que me permita entrar dentro sin ser visto, pero bueno.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
Bebida adulterada, es decir, prepara una bebida con somníferos. Dame un segundito. Prepara una bebida con somníferos, pero si no sé preparar pociones. Espino. Gemas, obsidiana. Y que tengo... no tengo nada. No tengo tiempo para encontrar eso, así que... Vamos a investigar por aquí. No. Y por arriba a lo mejor. Bueno, vamos a ir con sigilo, a ver. Parece haber nadie aquí.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous...
Vaya, por Dios.
To my health and death to the others.
Venga. Ahí está. ¿Qué cojones?
Greenblood, you're wounded.
¿Quién me...? ¿Se puede saber quién cojones me ha disparado? ¿Se puede saber quién cojones me ha metido esos dos cañonazos? Nada, tío, todo es forzar cerraduras.
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Mira.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already
Llaves.
been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Y examinar.
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Usamos. Y ya estaría. ¿Podré usar las llaves? No. Aquí. Mira, monedas de oro. Gabán de marinero. Botas de marinero, guantes de marinero. A ver. Me sube la resistencia mágica. Me sube la artesanía este, ¿eh? Pero este es mejor. Obviamente estas botas son mucho mejores. De momento no me voy a preocupar por que me dé artesanía y cosas así. Eso sí, el gabán de marinero... Bueno, es que me da... Ojo, 28, de calidad. Me sube. La verdad es que me sube, tío. Tenemos las llaves del puerto. Con esto No, creo que con esto no me dicen nada, ¿eh? Es la clave. Mira, ¿ves? Con esto cero. Vamos a investigar. A ver qué hay aquí. Si hay algo de interés. No lo parece. Porque todo es forzar cerraduras. Deshazte de los guardias del almacén.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Pues ya está. No tenemos por qué hacer nada más. Claro, llevamos el atuendo del marinero. Ay, me he venido el estornudo. Perdón. Oh, joder. Esto era... Sí. Espino. Un ingrediente. Esencia de bestia. What? Me dice que prepare. Ah. No puedo. ¿Y dónde está? Misiones. Informa a los porteadores. Ahí. Esto. Por aquí, coño. Claro, es que tienes que pasar de un marcador a otro, porque es que si no te marca el anterior, ¿sabes? Como que te falta.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Pues ya estaría. Hala. Habla con el contramaestre del cuartel general. Vale. Pues vamos a hablar con él. ¿Dónde está esto? ¿Dónde está el contramaestre? Por dónde encontrar a Constantin, embajador, familia Fontaine, almacenes. Tengo que ir aquí. Al marcador rojito. Apártese, señora. Hombre, me dice que informa al contramaestre, ¿no? Es decir, a este de aquí, ¿no? ¿No?
So you're back. Right then. What about our business?
We can guarantee that your merchandise will leave with us.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And bravo, Kurt. The Commando will be most pleased.
The cargo shall make the voyage. But who will be at its reception once it's arrived?
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, go and find the quartermaster. He will give you new instructions. Until then, I wish you a safe and pleasant voyage, Your Excellency. Kurt, good luck.
Vale. Pues ya estaría, ¿no? Entonces... Ah, no, de Nueva Serén. Vale, pues entonces la desaparición de los nautas. Venga, del nauta, perdón, del joven nauta. Así que nada, a investigar esto. Luego vamos a la misión principal. Hay que averiguar la desaparición del novato. Parece que primero es aquí. Ey. ¿Y esto? Se puede saquear. Gabán de marinero. Mira, aquí podría haber conseguido yo el Madre mía. Flavia.
Someone told me that you're a friend of
Era amiga de Jonas, sí.
the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
Pues unas preguntitas. ¿Cuándo lo vio por última vez?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
¿Sus hábitos?
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one?
Hay que ir a preguntar a Lauro, seguro.
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Es como yo, tío. Un monster le dura todo el día. Porque yo voy a sorbitos.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
¿Nadie?
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he
Le
steers
dé mucha
clear
ayuda,
of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this.
Claro, es que no tenemos nada.
No.
Habrá que ir a la taberna.
Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than
Los
he
borrachos
should.
y los niños dicen la verdad,
For a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink.
Sí, claro.
It blurs the senses.
La excusa perfecta. Vamos a preguntar por el Capitán Vasco, a ver qué
What do you think about Captain
opinión tiene de él.
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year.
25, se parece que tiene 40,
If he
coño.
keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going.
Joder.
Farewell.
Bueno, ha dicho que lo escuchó cerca del canal. Eso puede dar alguna pista. Cerca del canal. ¿Este es Lauro? Sí.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 death winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Vale, vamos a preguntar.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me.
Estabas muy borracho.
Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Mejor perder el orgullo que no perder a un compañero.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No.
Este es el que lo notó raro. La otra dice, no, todo bien.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is
No, de hecho te creo,
too,
vamos.
don't you?
Es de lo único que tengo que tirar.
Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern.
Lo dicho, hay que ir a la taberna a preguntar. Un parroquiano.
We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know.
Cuando va a cagar o mear, ¿no? Vale, encuentra e interroga a los testigos. Vamos a preguntar por Vasco.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
Ya que estamos, vamos a preguntar por todo el mundo.
He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy.
No, Vasco parece un buen hombre.
Thank you,
Ok.
I need to be going.
Pues
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
sí, hay que ir a la taberna. Hay que ir a interrogar a los testigos. La taberna está aquí al lado, así que... Vale, hello there. Completar misiones. En Greedfall las misiones se suelen poder completar de varias formas diferentes. Desardet dispone de numerosos recursos. La astucia, la persuasión, la intuición, la corrupción y la fabricación de objetos en el taller son algunos de los medios posibles para cumplir tus objetivos. Para mejorar en dichos ámbitos, invierte puntos en el árbol de talentos correspondiente o lleva equipo que otorgue bonificaciones. Las amenazas y el combate también son opciones válidas cuando los adversarios no se muestran receptivos a tus talentos. Vale, que no tengo por qué tener los talentos puestos, sino que me sirve de una armadura que me dé, por ejemplo, artesanía, persuasión, ¿sabes? Vale, hablemos con el tabernero Geoffroy.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
Pues podemos preguntar varias cosas. Y vamos a poner primero.
I'm looking for a Nort, a young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A no, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
Vale, vamos a... Antes de preguntar por Constantin, vamos a preguntarle por su negocio.
How is business going these
Vamos a
days?
gastar todas las líneas de diálogos que podamos.
We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighboring wars.
Estamos en guerra también, por lo que parece, aparte de la Malicor.
The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Bueno, eso está bien.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Yeah, but that's
Claro,
nothing
tienen miedo de contagiarse aquí.
The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tearfradi.
Right.
Terfradi, vale, así se dice, Terfradi.
Drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man trees live.
Hombre, árbol, dragones, joder.
Dragons and gigantic
Hombre, es de género fantástico,
treasure
¿vale? Este juego.
abounds under every
Va a haber
rock.
bichos raros.
The source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there.
Joder.
Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
Vale. Antes de continuar, ¿vale? Vamos a preguntarle por Constantin. Así avanzamos un poquito también la trama principal.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantin. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started
Vale.
the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'd be obliged. If not, you'll need
Tenemos... Claro, podemos pagarle 25 monedas o reparar los daños con 4 tacos metálicos. No tenemos esos cuatro tacos metálicos, así que le voy a pagar.
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry.
Vale, que me han secuestrado al primo.
They're not the tender souls.
Ay, que me han secuestrado al primo.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow.
Parecía un buen chico y con buen saque, es decir que...
Anything else?
Bebe gordo. Ya no tenemos nada más. Pues ok.
Farewell.
Vale, pues antes de rescatar a nuestro primo, obviamente, vamos a hablar con el parroquiano.
Who are you?
Hostia, ¿tiene la Malicor o qué?
Recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of
mercader rico.
strongholds. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins.
Sí, vamos, un mercenario, ¿no?
If
O
you
algo
catch
así.
my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive.
Algo se traía con esos 3.
And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck.
Ah, lo
It so
conoces.
happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
El
Where
señor
can I find
Fontaine.
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Fontaine, ¿eh? Enfréntate a los secuestradores. Así que el señor Fontaine. Estuvimos en esta casa. Estuvimos en el capítulo anterior y dije, coño, una casa y no se puede robar, tío.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Vale, gracias. Qué cuadro más guapo, tío. A ver qué nos cuenta la señora Fontaine.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We
Ah,
got
que
our
es tu
son
hijo.
back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight
Es
with
su
your
hijo.
husband, and that his
Ojo.
men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Vale, parece que tenemos que... Aprende más sobre los contratos de los nautas. Vamos a tener que... No, aquí esto es un callejón sin salida. Hay que aprender más sobre los nautas. Coño, no te enganches. Vamos a ver... Señora. Me cago en su... ¡Puta madre! No me deja pasar. Habrá que preguntarle a Vasco, a lo mejor. Tiene pinta de que tenemos que preguntarle a Vasco, sí.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin.
Sí, ahora lo encuentro, no te rayes.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts. Some
entiendo.
families cede more than
Así es como crecen
in
los
some
nautas.
cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born.
Flipas.
I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child.
Vale.
And ever since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
Pide la información al señor de Cursilón.
Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
A ver.
But I still don't see Constantin at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for
Tranquilo.
departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
Sí. Sobre los nautas y
I've had a
Fontaine.
word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important.
Joder, eso es muy turbio, hermano. Eso es muy turbio.
From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give
Eso es muy turbio, ¿no?
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Pues sí, puede que eso no sea útil. ¿Qué es esto? A la familia del rico que nos ha provocado. Aviso mal escrito. Lo hemos capturado y lo mataremos si no nos pagáis de forma generosa. Venid con una saca llena del callejón del distrito. Puede que ese sea Constantin. Puede que sea Constantin. Y nos están avisando así. En plan de, oye, pagarme. No. Va a ser que no, Joder, con esta misión secundaria de investigación. Se está haciendo larga,
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away by force against his will by armed men.
That is not true. Completely false. He...
Enough! With every word, you are a step closer to a prison cell.
Prison? But what would be the charges?
Kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, he is a Nort that you kidnapped and locked up. In the eyes of the Prince, you have committed a crime that puts the interests of the congregation at great risk.
I beg of you, Your Excellency. Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking only to recover her child. We didn't kidnap our own son. And if you need to speak with him to be convinced, please do. He's in our warehouse, near the Coin Guard Plaza, next to the canal. I am certain that once you have heard his account, you will see the tragedy in our predicament and help us.
I regret threatening that woman.
You didn't have a choice. She was lying, and we need to find that boy.
Sí, no había otra manera. Igualmente, yo creo que no voy a dejar que... Que se lo queden los nautas, me parece a mí, Yo creo que a lo mejor... Yo creo que voy a dejar que vuelva a casa, tío, o algo. Uy, aquí hay algo más. ¡Ojo! Vale, es por aquí.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Pasar desapercibidos. ¿Que hay algo? No. Ah, bueno.
What are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
A ver.
You've taken your son against his will and have him locked up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is
A ver
that what you
si-
call being a good father?
If I hadn't taken him
Sí.
back, he would have been hauled off on one of the cursed ships.
If that's what he wants, then why would you want to stop him?
For his mother. She misses him so. But in the end, you may be right. My boy has changed. He hasn't spoken a word to me since we've been in this precarious predicament. Very well. Take the key and take him away.
Hemos perdido reputación, pero la hemos
Cursed
ganado.
be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Vale, no hay opción, parece, de recuperar de que se quede el hijo aquí, así que... Ah, mira, está aquí.
Locked.
Vale, con cuadrado.
Who are you?
My name is de Sardet. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Sí.
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them.
Yo, chicos,
Find me.
lo siento mucho, pero yo voy a poner el aire acondicionado aunque suene, lo siento.
Hard to grow close after all that. My family
Tengo
is the
mucha
Naughts.
calor.
I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way
Mucha,
they
mucha
were.
calor, lo siento. De verdad, si escucháis el... es que
Yes.
no puedo hacer otra cosa.
You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
Vale, informa al capitán Vasco. Joder, otra vez de vuelta, madre mía. De verdad que lo siento, por el ruido del aire. Porque suena mucho. Porque es uno de esos portátiles que no son de pared, ¿sabéis a lo que me refiero? No es de estos silenciosos que nos escuchan, sino todo lo contrario, por desgracia. Así que lo vais a escuchar a lo mejor un poquito de fondo. Pero es que ahora mismo hace un calor aquí. Como estamos en verano, estamos ya a julio. Estamos a 1 de julio. Y Dios santo de mi vida, qué puto calor.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Bien.
Be back soon, Captain.
Reputación +3. Subimos de nivel. Y obviamente tenemos un puntito. Esto está hecho. Y vamos a ponernos esto aquí. ¿Qué tengo? Nuevo. Ah. Esto. En la bolsa. Vale, se ha quitado. Aviso mal escrito. Vale. Pues ahora momento. Que no veo las misiones. Aquí. Descubre dónde encontrar a Constantin. encontrar. Vamos a encontrar a Constantin, nos despedimos de todo, de los embajadores. Y terminamos el tutorial. Vale, por aquí no hay salida, así que tenemos que subir. Esto es una caja que puedo... Sí. Oh, Dios, qué fresquito me da ahora el aire. De verdad no podía más, me estaba muriendo, Espero que podáis perdonarme el ruido de fondo.
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantin's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
No pienso darles dinero. Pienso matarlos si hace falta.
It's not possible just now.
Vale.
It's blocked.
Joder, ¿en serio? Destruir nivel 1 de ciencia y trampa de daño elemental. Lo tengo, pero no tengo ciencia. ¿Y cómo abro esto, tío? Esto está bloqueado. ¿Por dónde entro, loco? Vale. Con cuidado.
He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate us. He's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out or gag him.
Vale, por aquí no hay nadie, de momento. Aquí hay cositas. Llave de criminales. Vale. Mira, puedo desbloquear esto. Lo cual me parece perfecto. Vamos a llevarnos más de una hora, para terminar ya el tutorial en este vídeo y demás. Porque esto es literalmente el tutorial. Hay que subir. Vale. Lo cojo todo. ¿Qué es esto? Ah, un espejo. Mucho que saquear, la verdad. Lo cual es guay. Jubón bordado viejo. Para vender. Básicamente. ¿Cómo? Me cago en Dios. Vale, aquí está la llave. Estaba aquí, estaba aquí. Ahora.
this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress. Constantin, it's me! My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Bueno, hemos rescatado a nuestro compañero. Equipo de los compañeros. Selecciona a Constantin desde la pantalla y equipa a Constantin con jubón bordado viejo.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been a reasonable soul.
Vale, vamos a ver que seguramente nos hable sobre Constantin. Ahí está. Constantin 2.6. Vale, es que no paraban de hablar, no sé por qué. Constantin, hijo del poderoso príncipe de Orsay y de su segunda esposa, es tu primo. Os conocéis desde que erais pequeños y siempre ha sido una persona cercana. Repudiado por un padre que lamentaba más la muerte de su primer hijo y utilizado por su madre, tú eres su único apoyo y confidente. Joder, pobrecillo. Aunque es muy inteligente, su temperamento caprichoso a menudo lo hace parecer una persona incoherente, hasta que su padre decidió ponerlo a prueba nombrándolo gobernador de la joven colonia de la congregación en Terfradí. Interesante. Pues venga, vámonos. Podemos irnos de aquí sin llamar la atención, básicamente. Por suerte. ¡Hala! Ahora que está nuestro primo con nosotros, vamos a despedirnos. Ah, no, no puedo... Vale. Vamos a despedirnos de los embajadores, que es lo último que queda. Son un par de conversaciones, así que tampoco creo que sea mucho rato. Y ya está. Ya os lo he dicho, este capítulo va a ser más largo, más de una horita, para terminar toda la trama de aquí, de Serín. Básicamente, luego ya para el siguiente vídeo, misiones principales a tope, solo y exclusivamente. Las demás, las secundarias, las voy a hacer yo fuera de cámara. Bueno, embajador Sahin.
Your Excellency, Lord de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Terfradí. My cousin Constantin is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of
Joder, sí que va a durar más de una hora, sí.
The man operates in the city center.
Tenemos que hacer incluso encargos para esta gente, madre de Dios.
Be careful.
Vale. Bueno, charlatán, vamos a preguntarle por todo, por la alianza del puente.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
Que parece que es su...
A legate needs to know the history and strengths of his allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around
una de las
200
reputaciones
years
a
ago.
subir.
The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors, but our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further.
Mucho texto, señor Sahin. Su relación con la congregación de mercaderes.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Teofredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years
ago.
Hace
15 años.
Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses.
Joder.
But they're not the only occupants.
Como que me esperan grandes cosas aquí.
Savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
Su relación con Selim.
And what of your war with Teleme?
Telima, vale, Telima o Selim. Yo es que prefiero llamarle Selim.
In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Teofredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Teleme has wisely
dicen Teleme.
built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
Vale. Pues hasta luego.
Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Vale, parece que tenemos que encargarnos de ese charlatán. Está por aquí. A 44, 30. Está aquí al lado, en verdad. ¿Es este? Sí, ¿no?
Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
No, no es este.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
No, parece una zona. Ah, vale, va a ser este.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion
Sí, una herida abierta.
all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malichor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate.
I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A file only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Ese es el gancho.
Absolutely everything, except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you.
Ese es el gancho, ese de ahí, el que ha dicho, oye, locura. ¿Ves?
I'm gonna take two. There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to
Joder.
drink.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his card.
Tengo que dar la vuelta, ¿no? Coño, ¿pero aquí hay alguien muerto o está durmiendo? Joder, parece que está muerto, ¿eh? Para mí que sí, pero bueno. No, hombre. No quiero hablar con este. Esto. Gracias. ¿Cómo cojones doy la vuelta para ver el puto carro de este tío? ¿Cómo lo hago? Vale. Vale. Hala, hasta luego. ¿Alguno más? Hacha de abordaje. Anillo. No hay mucho más aquí. Antídoto del charlatán. Libro de investigación alquímico. Estas páginas están cubiertas por una letra pequeña y casi ilegible. Resultados de experimentos, observaciones de pacientes y símbolos incomprensibles. Pero la complejidad de algunas fórmulas no deja lugar a dudas. El autor era un verdadero alquimista y sin duda un gran experto. Carta del tabernero a la sirviente. Luis, el alquimista raro de la alianza que alquiló una habitación en el piso de arriba, nos pidió específicamente que no la limpiáramos durante su estancia. Ese viejo estúpido no querrá que le rompamos algún frasco o algo, así que déjelo en su pocilga. El cliente siempre tiene la razón. ¿Y ya está? ¿O hay algo más aquí? ¡Ey! Mira. Ah, el embajador Sahin. Podemos ver quién es. Hace unos años, el embajador Sahin, un profesor de renombre de la Universidad de Al-Saad, fue nombrado representante de la Alianza del Puente en Serín. Tras un largo tiempo, en vano, trató de convencer a los príncipes mercaderes, en especial al príncipe de Orsay, de unirse a la alianza. Ahora se ha consagrado a la defensa de los intereses económicos de su nación en la región. Estos son los libros. Paso de hachas, la verdad. Y... me da menos armadura, pero me da más resistencia elemental. Voy a hacerle caso a esto. Y llevo un sombrero. Un tricornio usado. No me gusta. La verdad. No me gusta cómo queda. Yo siempre soy de los Fashion Souls, así que... vamos a abrir aquí.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found.
La taberna.
We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Hay que subir arriba, Mira. Aquí había tacos metálicos, chaval, para reparar la mesa. Flipas. ¿Aquí habrá algo más? No. Anda. Hello there. ¿Qué es esto? Carta de un alquimista de Al-Saad. Querido Arif, me entristece enormemente saber que no ha encontrado la paz que esperaba en Serín. Desde su partida de la academia, la situación es deplorable. Aquellos a los que acusó ahora se comportan como si las reglas no se aplicaran a ellos, y realizan múltiples experimentos cuestionables. Y no hay nada que podamos hacer el resto excepto intentar pasar desapercibidos. Espero de verdad que acabe encontrando un lugar en el que pueda estar en paz. Su amigo.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Saad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Ojo,
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. Making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred.
Ojo,
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just
Yo creo que se va a alargar demasiado esto, Después de esto vamos a dejar el capítulo aquí y en el siguiente pues ya acabamos. No pensaba que fuera tan largo,
I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than
Es que eso es lo que iba a decir.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
No es tan terrible como lo que hacían los de Al-Saad, ¿eh? Que se vaya, tío. Tampoco... No sé, no le ha hecho daño a nadie todavía.
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
Madre mía, tío. Las misiones secundarias son largas de cojones, ¿eh? Ey, ¿y esto? ¡Ojo! Va, forzar cerraduras, me cago en Dios. ¡Ojo,
The servant's door. The lock's doubled.
I don't have the key.
¿Cómo que no? Ah, bueno. ¿Estará aquí?
The key to the tap.
Sí.
Let's go and find the alchemist. We need to get him out of here as fast as we can.
En vez de enfrentarme a que fracase con... Porque convencer a mucha gente con solamente... Me huelo que con solamente elocuencia 1 no va a suceder.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
Yes. I need to get you out of here. I have unlocked the service entrance. You will be able to sneak out of there discreetly.
Without being skinned alive by the mob?
You need to remain prudent. I will escort you to your cart.
I follow you.
Let's sneak out the back.
I hope we don't run into any unhappy patients.
Pues venga. A ver qué tal hacemos esto. Y ya lo dejamos para el siguiente vídeo. Joder, no pensaba que fuera a hacer tan largo. Pensaba que ahora, a la 1:15, ya estaríamos terminando. ¿No puedo abrir esto? Albert, espero que te entreguen esta carta cuando por fin vuelvas al SAT. Si resulta que aún queda alguien vivo que te la pueda dar, ya casi no puedo ver y me resulta difícil escribir. Lo siento, hijo mío, no te puedo dejar mucho. Sin duda los saqueadores ya habrán arrasado con mi preciosa librería, pero quizá no hayan encontrado el cofre que escondí en casa. Cuídate, hijo mío, y si te lo permite el dinero, huye a esa isla mágica que dicen que está libre de todo mal. Tu padre que te quiere. Ah, por aquí, ¿no?
Angry customers. And we have no choice but to go this way. Holy leaders, they've seen me. Help me, protect me. I've never been to fight.
To my health and death to the others.
Hala. Hasta luego, amigo. Vamos a venir por aquí. Vale, pues por aquí no vamos, venga. Es que no hay otro sitio. Venga, por aquí, por aquí. Joder. Madre mía. Vale. Nivel 3. No. No le van a coger, hombre. Venga, por aquí está el carro. Por aquí. Aquí. Ala. En su carro.
My cart, finally. I owe you my life. How can I ever thank you?
Just do us the favor of never coming back. And stop this deceitful commerce.
Have no worries about that. I'm not going to forget this lesson anytime soon.
Move along now. Get out of here while there's still time.
Would you accept this as a token of my gratitude? Farewell, my lord.
¿Qué me ha dado? 80 monedas. Vaya por Dios. No pensaba que había un traslamiento rápido para esto. Ponía, ¿te quieres? Lo ha puesto en un momento. Pero bueno, vamos a ir aquí. Hablamos con el tío este y lo dejamos.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the coin guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. Why should I deliver him to you? You deliberately hid the truth about him from me.
What? Might I remind you that you're in audience with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance?
And you to a legate of the Congregation of Merchants that you treat like an imbecile. This man is indeed an alchemist of the Bridge, and he told me much about your disagreement of opinion.
And of course you sided with him.
Certainly not. I have no part to play in your quarrels. I just chased him from our city. Now, if you're still intent on placing him in irons, you need to capture him on your own lands.
How embarrassing. I should have shown more honesty in your regard. Please accept my excuses. And this modest gift for the voyage that awaits you.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Y más monedas, y más experiencia. Vale, más habilidades. Es decir, aumento de daño sin armadura. O pistolitas. Trampas, anillo, éxtasis. Esto estaría bien. Pero más adelante. Vamos a meternos... Es que quiero llegar hasta aquí, tío. Arma blanca de 2 manos. Es que quiero llegar hasta ahí. De verdad, ¿eh? Vale, carta abandonada y tal. Vale, pues vamos a salir de aquí. Y chicos, chicas, llevamos 1 hora y 20. Vale, vamos a dejar el capítulo de hoy justamente por aquí, porque es que si no, se va a hacer hiper mega largo. Porque fijo que el otro embajador me va a decir: oye, ¿por qué no me ayudas con esto? Así que nada, chicos, chicas, muchísimas gracias por haber visto este vídeo tan largo. De verdad, pensaba que podríamos haber terminado ya el tutorial y ya está, pero bueno, aún nos queda un poquito más que cortar por aquí. Así que nada, muchísimas gracias por haber visto este vídeo. Dadle like si os ha gustado, dislike si no. Y ya sabéis, si queréis apoyar esta serie, queréis apoyar el canal, tan solo tenéis que darle like a los vídeos, suscribiros, compartid, comentad y activad la campanita de la suscripción para que YouTube os avise de cuando suba un nuevo vídeo. Así que nada más, un saludito a todos y nos vemos en el próximo capítulo de Greedfall. Hasta otra, zagales.